Again, you're live. Okay. How about now,
Hang on,
guys?
hang
Are,
on,
are, are we
hang on.
live? Did I choke? It should be a bit better now. It's showing on my YouTube studio.
Wait,
We're live.
yeah,
Yo,
you go.
there it
You're good.
is. I don't know what up was that. It's like, oh, I started streaming, didn't hit this go live button. Streamer OBS Studios had this big update, but I'm gonna do it again because I got to do it always. Yo, 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 guys, what's up? It's me, Bash Brother One, and today I got GamerDoofus here. Um, yeah, I was just probably did a good 5-10 minute intro already, and I choked hard on that. But yeah, we're gonna talk. Gamer Doofus, he's played State 25, State 70. He's probably in some other states. He's really experienced. He took a break from the game, which is good. Sometimes, guys, it's alright to step back, take a break, and just gather things. Do you even want to play this mobile game anymore? But we got some other drama other than the State Five. I mean, not the State Five drama, but we're gonna do the top 10 first, and then we're gonna talk about state transfers. 7DS has acquired. I wouldn't call him an evil player. He was just a State Five player. He was originally uh, FAFO. No, that was my clan name in The Walking Dead. For a bit. FAO, I think. It basically stands for fuck around and find out. So, Bryce Star, which, did you know this, Doofus? He's from Australia. So, 4 a.m. his
No, I did
time.
not.
Yeah, he's a little whale out of Australia. Definitely the strongest player from S1 to S9. So he joined 70S, which I don't know why. 70S just wants to battle evil hardcore. I got my sights on like State 10. A lot of people hated State 11. State 11 looks extremely strong. You would probably know these people probably a bit better than me. I've been stuck in this State 1 to State 9 bubble. Man, I'd love to even see your guys' state, like State 25. I heard there's some drama with all different type of state transfers. I know I'm already derailing off my game plan talking about top 10 mistakes, but there was a lot of stuff that happened to state transfers.
Mm-hmm. It
Yes.
definitely was.
I don't know if you did your state have a bunch of drama or what?
I would say drama. It was more so like, for some reason, out of nowhere, there wasn't many people that wanted to come to the S25. But then I started reaching out, and then the leaves just started falling from the tree. But I didn't know that we already had organized for an alliance or a majority of people from one state to come to ours. But because it's limited to a certain amount, and you got to wait, like, what is it, every 30 days they're going to do a transfer?
I don't think that's actual.
30 plus ish days,
Yeah, because then
maybe 45.
there's a cooldown time, but like even this, like for accounts older, if say I'm like done with evil, I'm just tired and I wanted to move to a different state, I think the furthest state I can actually transfer to is state 7 because my account is technically too old. It's like 40 if my account's 45 days older than the server state. I mean the server started. Um, I don't think I can even transfer. So this whole transfer event sucks, to be honest, because like um, some
I did have a
states.
question though. I don't know if you know or are still confused about it as I am. The 30-day thing, does that mean after every 30 days, the next one that comes, you can transfer again up higher? Like, how is that going to work? Like, is that just going to
It
sort of like the cap of the 45-day thing, is that going to be negated once you get to the
no,
new state?
no, it's about your account. It's actually your character, right? Not your account, but your character in that server. Your character still has an age, right? So I wish they kind of would like
Mm-hmm.
put. Everyone asks about how long I've been playing this game and stuff like that. I wish when I went to characters here, it should tell me how long or how old each character is, because I can't even join state. I can't join server 9, server 8. I think server 7 is the one I can join. So even if I transfer to server 7 and say I wanted to make my way to the big topic is always Lord Dynasty GFS, right? So if I wanted to go play with him, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna join state 7, and then I'm gonna join state 14 and maybe I can join state 19. It's not going to let me, apparently, just because some cap about this 45 days. So it's not going to work that way. It's not, oh yeah, state 7's 45 days from, it's not the servers.
I wonder if if that was a choice they went by, or because of how the game's coded and set up, it was capped by default.
I don't know, man.
I would say more of a choice.
Like,
but I would say it's a bad choice, because in turn they're getting more money if they allow people to just go wherever they want after that 30 days of being in the new state. When the next one comes, they can go to another one, wait another 30 days, so they can keep creeping themselves up to where they want to get to. Or down.
Man, I'm just, honestly, I was super stoked about
money-wise would make more sense.
I was super stoked about this state transfer, but shock. I am a newbie, bro. Jonathan G is shock, if you don't know that. He's one of the moderators in YouTube, so
okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense for you. Yeah, I don't know. The state transfers, honestly, what it's doing, it's actually killing states. It's not really helping other states out. Everyone's like talking about lead states. Let me just look at you would be group 2. So I gotta transfer.
Yeah, we're not a lead state.
Yeah, so
how does this lead state thing work? What does that mean? Lead state to what?
That's what everyone's kind of
confused.
Everyone's confused about that. So people are like talking about S1 ain't dying. Shock. Settle your tits. Okay.
It'll die when I come there.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
That's what everyone. That's what everyone.
You know what's funny? That 45-day cap thing makes no sense to me, because like it kind of does, but it doesn't, because I'm in 25 and we can go down to 4, even up to 36, I think it is, and that was the cutoff for the next group, 37 and up.
So
36 can go down to 4. So that confuses me. That's a big gap.
Yeah,
that's a massive gap.
They started releasing every 2 days or every day there was a new server, so like I get it. Like those guys have much more. They have a lot more states they can jump to. State 1 chat looks much more active than 46. Yeah, we got a lot of. So I'll tell you one thing. If they didn't do that 45 days, so there's many people that would just choose to join State 1. I don't know if it's because we're the first state or just how we were ran and everything. We never, as evil, we never tried to force the power players to join us. We never tried to force clans to submit, even join us for state versus state. That's honestly a reason why we probably lost our first state versus state against 7DS and State 7. The reason why we lost was most likely because we didn't tell all the clans to join all the power players. Like, Evil still doesn't have all the strongest players in our state in one clan. So just put it this way, you should see how many new accounts are created in State 1 on a daily basis. It's ridiculous. So could you imagine if state transfers even State 1 to State 50? Could you imagine if people could just start transferring to State 1, how crazy State 1 would get? Like, I don't know. I call this...
True. I mean, if those 2 billion counts wanted to come down there, I mean, and wreak havoc.
Like, it's... I know.
I mean, for that sense, that it could be crazy, but like all the other games that I've played, like Rise of the Empires, like, they have their transfer thing is completely different. It's a completely different system. But like, even with the brackets they still had for theirs, there was no age cap. It was more of a bracket of a certain amount up and down. People always just bouncing around non-stop just to create havoc.
Yeah, man. Like, it would be super fun, man. Like, honestly, if a whale jumped into State 1,
twist to the game. Like,
well, then I'd have
liven things up.
Yeah, I would have a reason. Man, people like, this is actually really upsetting me with WhiteOut Survival. I'm actually terrified that I've played this game for so long that I won't be able to actually true PvP. The problem is the true PvP is this is the only moment it really happened. 2 points in State 1. State 1, I got zeroed. and I was AFK. It was my bad. No one really attacks that many times, and it happened. I got rallied by the most powerful player in the game, which debatable at that time. I don't think she was that powerful. What happened? I was AFK because I got too comfortable. I got 0, logged on, and said, you know what, man, this is awesome. I got 0'd, and most people are like, man, once Bash loses all his troops, he's going to lose his mind. I'm not one of those live streamers that are going to freak out when, say, if Brysar caught me without my buffs on. I still don't. It'd be interesting with his buff, his 200k, if he attacked me, what kind of damage he'd do. I like learning from that because then, you know, when I buff up, I might be able to counterattack someone. But yeah, I jumped over to the strongest clan in the server. State 1 at that time was WOS, and I started attacking all their players. And no one at that point in the server was attacking the strongest clan. And PvP wise, I was getting chirped by players because I jump around a lot. But that's, you know, I'm not going to shield. What I do is I attack and then I move, and I attack and I move, and I attack and I move. I call it the kind of drop, like it's like a quick drop. Hit and move, and I'll jump to the other side and hit someone else because they're reinforcing a bunch of players. I did that, State 1. And then the other time we lost our first Sunfire Castle, was a little bit of betrayal from THI in our state. And I went and I decided I was going to burn down their whole alliance, their Tundra HQ. And yeah, if you ever want to see me mad, I was actually really mad. I got betrayed at our very first Sunfire Castle. I lost, and yeah, if ask anyone in State 1, they saw my power level. Like, I went a little crazy. Everyone's waiting for me to go crazy again. And honestly, man, those were the fun days. We've kind of been in cruise control, and it's been kind of boring. I hate to say this. I know you felt it too, and that's why you took a break. I can't take a break. But fortunately,
that's why I zeroed my troops, and just is like, well, this game's just like the other game that I came from, Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Like, you have accounts that people think this game is a high spender game. It ain't got nothing on Rise of Empires. Like, they're dropping 100k in that game,
yeah,
of IRL money to max out everything the second it comes out. Like, there's no restrictions on that game where there is on WS. But like, I had an account on there. This is when I worked full time. I was spending probably 500 a week, and I had a billion power castle there. I went AFK for not even 2 minutes through a KVK fight. Come back, and I was down to 300 million because I got ganked by like 7 other people.
Did you?
I was gone for 2 minutes just to run out the side and grab something and run back in. And by the time I came back, I lost 700 million power in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's
because that game is literally, you have to bounce around quickly, attack, speed, hit. Second it hits, teleport again, hit again, teleport again, non-stop. You can't sit still. But because no one was attacking, I was like, okay, I'll go quickly grab my package out front, come back, and 700 mil gone.
Okay, I can hear my German Shepherd just barking like crazy right now, so I'm probably gonna get reported. I'm gonna go up there and let him in, but I do have a question. So you're State 25. I just looked at it. You have a couple players coming in. Did you not think about moving, or you're really happy with the way State 25 is?
I don't know. I love the people that I'm with there. I love the state. I'm gonna wait a couple more months and see how things pan out.
I think, man, as I return, as my dog ran off, he went the opposite way. I think so. Here's my debate: is all these people transferring? You could end up back with all those players. Unfortunately, you could end up, I don't know, back So you say you move away from 25, you end up in state 29 or wherever you want to be, 19. Here's the thing. With state mergers happen, which they have to, man. Rainy day, go grab a can of Coke. Hey, no, I can just see people transferring, spending this money, and like every event that this game drops, it's chaotic, and there's gonna be so much drama unfolding. I feel bad for the moderators already. I've actually gotten hate mail in Discord about how much I pushed this game, and I actually speak.
To be honest, you don't really push it that much.
No, hold on. Just lost my headset. Then we'll all echo on you. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I guess one thing would be I wouldn't say that I don't push it, but I'm very critical of all their. When they screw up, I'll call it out. I'll say exactly what I think, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, you have to be. Otherwise it'd be detrimental to who you are.
yeah, I can't just like because then like
They just kept pushing.
dude, you should see some of these messages. I get like messages like, "Hey man, you should release this. You should add more." Like people will message me like, "Hey man, can you add a PvP event?" And like, "Hey, can you reduce or increase pricing?" Not increase pricing. It's always reduce pricing. And people, it's like they honestly think I'm a developer. Do you think a developer would be like sitting with a white wall here? I'm just started up. I'm just trying to get live streaming here. And if I was a developer, I'd probably be sitting on a yacht live streaming to you guys. These guys have made so much money off the back of all of us, man. But
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Shock.
yeah, no. Frost Mine, I don't even do Frostfire Mine event, which is poor. Like,
See,
the rewards are good, but I hate it.
Since this live stream was basically around mistakes, I know this isn't a mistake of something you have control over, or I have control over, or chat has control over. But with them coming out with the game that they did so far after others that have been good, as in money-wise good, that they've made a lot from, like Rise of Empires, they can't really do a lot of the events that have been done in those games because then they'd be called out for copying.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
there's a really good one in Rise of Empire. It's called I can't remember this. It's like KVK, Kingdom vs Kingdom, but you'll get like guilds meshed of like 6 other different states into one guild, and then you've got that one guild versing another 8 other or 7 other guilds, and then like you all have to fight from the outside of the map in. There's different stages. It goes over a 3-month period. There's different types of mini things inside of a massive event. Like this game, if they built something like that, it would bring so many people back and more people into it, because it would be a worthwhile event.
Yeah, there's so many. Like, I know we've shared some links about different games, and I honestly think, man, The Walking Dead Survivors was the best PvP mobile game I played, but it was ruthless, free-to-play players, and minimal spend. Like, I screwed up so much on that game on minimal spend players. I'm considered minimal spend players there because they had now it's probably a 35k USD hero. So just one hero costs $35,000 to max out. And to max out, yeah, Ezekiel.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, so it's just rank. And then if you want like the vehicles, so you know these March skins we have, those are technically vehicles, and they add to they add quite a bit to your buffs. So each vehicle gives you attack, defense, health, and lethality. Same types of stats, but each vehicle, there's like, you got 6 marches, and there's probably 6 good vehicles you can purchase. But to max out each one's about 10,000 US. So like, I became so irrelevant, and I actually started playing The Walking Dead when it became a thing. I was in state 127, and they did the similar what WhiteOut Survival was doing. They started releasing servers like a lot, And I think it's all about just trying to get as many players originally, because like everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, I might like not to be like I'm not gonna keep pushing this Turkish players saying they're gonna walk away from the game. This game is too big right now that losing 10,000 players doesn't even affect their money line. Like State 1 alone, I can't even, like, I hate showing what people purchase. I'm not going to open it because I saw the bus driver, the strongest free-to-play player, is here. So I don't want to see any chests there of his. But what State 1 provides alone, and we have no whales, it just, every small player. So if you had, like, what the game, like, man, if I ever made a game, a mobile game, I'd want as many players as possible, because if there's a million
Isn't
players...
Han a whale?
Pardon?
Isn't Han a whale?
Han, you know what, man? Han is a
Would
whale.
he be considered a whale?
Yes. Like...
In the scheme of things?
He is, like, he's strong, man. Like, he's now working, like, he's not... Listen, he was pretty smart about how he did his spending. He's taking his time. He's, I believe max T11. His pets are really strong. His heroes, he's been working on his heroes slowly, so he always gets the new generation of heroes. He gets their widgets. And then he's slowly working on his chief gear. The chief gear, though, it's super hard. Well, he's working on chief gear and he's working on hero gear. The hero gear is extremely hard to spend, like, to max out, unless you have a bunch of luck. Because those hero gear crates, I'm not sure if you were here for that. The hero gear crates are crazy. The 1% chance. So I did do a spreadsheet of how many, like, roughly how much it would cost. I'll just pop it up on the side here, and I'll tell you. I should share it with you after. I don't think you were playing the game when I was getting into this. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to spreadsheets. I know some people like looking at numbers.
I don't really remember it, but if I've probably seen it, I might.
Go quickly here. I'm just gotta open up my Bash Brothers. I get so many emails now. So I think Chief Gear Calculator, legendary. Just keep in mind, like my heroes aren't that bad, but they're bad because my hero gear levels right now. So I counted out. I only have 62 pieces of mythic equipment right now. Since it's updated, I'm probably closer to 70. To max a set of 3 heroes, just maxing a set of 3 heroes. So I want to max to level 20. 672 pieces of mythic are required, and I'm at around 70 right now. I've been playing this game for a year, and people don't think I'm active on the arena, but I always make sure I get enough points so I can purchase that mythic. That's the only thing I purchased from the arena shop.
Is that 70 individual pieces you've leveled up? To
No,
whatever
no.
level they are?
That's 70 mythic pieces pulled apart. So like, I pulled out the so I just did the math quickly, and I know I'm not sharing it right now or showing it. I can show you it after.
Yeah.
But I have a level 16, a 15, a 15, and a 15. And when I was doing it, because it gets really expensive on the top end. I got 16, 15, 15, 15, 11, 11, 11, 12, 11, 11, 11. So basically, 6, 5, 5, 5 right there's 21. And then 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29 pieces I've used to upgrade. And then I got the rest would just be... I do have quite a few level 10s. I was upgrading all my heroes because I do think later on in this game, it's going to be really important to have 5 marches or 6 marches. Especially, even if Brystar decides to come to Evil next KVK and attack people, I can honestly just shield, send my troops out, and I got some pretty strong sets of heroes. So, but it's crazy. So honestly, I'm gonna just throw this out there first time. I have a YouTube short. but you guys can learn from me. So first big mistake that a lot of people do, and experienced players do this, they focus on too many heroes pieces of equipment. So you can see I got like level 10s here. I'm using these essence stones, leveling these guys up. It's not beneficial really in the long term. Just focus on 3 heroes, 1 infantry, 1 marksman, 1 lancer. Focus on 3 heroes gears. That's the biggest mistake people make, because you can just transfer the gear later on. Unless you're a mega whale, I wouldn't focus on anything more. I do like level up to like a level 100. What else are you gonna do, right? So I've been leveling up my equipment. So I'm trying to have 3 marches. That's the furthest I'm going. So I'm gonna have 3 level 100 marches. Essence stones probably level 10, and now like I took a break on the essence stones and the mythic gear, but I'm gonna start jumping back to my hero gear eventually. I do gotta focus on pets. I'm getting really weak on pets, but the biggest mistake a lot of these big players and older players do is they focus on too many heroes. It's super easy. Like, I don't know, it's super easy to spend your essence stones on heroes not above level 10, because that mythic piece of hero like equipment, it costs so much, man. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like my thing is 200 mil power, but like I'm way behind on the mythic gear. I have 25 pieces, but like my what's my so 55555 444 3333. So like all the marksman is 5, the infantry is 4s, and then the lancers is 3s pretty much.
Yeah,
And then
like,
I've got a bunch of other gear that's just untouched.
when we're set up, like, I gotta figure out when it's like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock your time. It's probably super early my time. Probably can do, like, I can probably do,
Nah.
because you're 4 a.m. right now, right? So 4 hours ago, yeah, it'd be super early my time. I'm almost at noon. I'm almost at noon lunchtime, but it'd be dope if we could figure out a dual display.
Oh, not really. Like if because what time is it for you now?
It's 11:30 in the morning.
Okay, if you go ahead, say another 6 hours, what would it be for you?
5:30.
1,
5:30.
5:30 in
p.m.
the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, around that time's not too bad. Between the 4 to 7 p.m. bracket,
But
or around that part of the day.
it would be sweet to just figure out a way where we share, you share. It'd probably actually be Discord. Once we figure out something on Discord where you can share your screen, I share my screen, we can broadcast that to YouTube. Because then I can jump and you can show me things and I can show you things, and then we're just watching the same screen and make it just like fluent, right? Because these mobile games, I guess one thing is when someone's watching on their phone, it can be trippy, and a lot of people watch on their phone. But anyways, many of you guys that have been here before, this is aka Rainy Day, aka GamerDoofus on YouTube, Twitch. So he's been talking about it, and it seems like you're making the jump to streaming here. So there's a lot of those other YouTube content creators where they don't think I support them. I will support anyone there. Just don't be crying about how much it costs for packs, because, man, I'm paying a lot of more money than some Americans too. So chill.
Do what I did. Take 3 months off the game and come back if you feel it.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Like,
what I did.
Man, even like content creators, you're like, you gotta tell me, like, man, some people.
I mean, I had other main reasons pulling me away from it, but like, it got to the point where the picket fell off the fence, and it was just the point where I was sick of putting it back on. So I was like, you know what? I quit, and then I started feeling the itch to come back, and then I came back. That would have been a mistake if I didn't leave. It would have been a mistake. Since we're doing the whole mistake things of not leaving, that would have been one of my mistakes, is not leaving.
Hold on here, guys. Sorry, just my little girl there muted myself. Ha ha!
You didn't mute yourself.
What is going? Oh man! Really? Unreal.
No.
Man, okay, OBS is having some, because even like that on OBS, it's having some crazy stuff. But it's all right. I just was worried that she was gonna say some personal things. That's why I was trying to mute myself. I don't really care
No,
about talking.
I could hear you, but the stream didn't, but I could.
Oh yeah. Discord, man, Discord. So you're not muted on that way. Yeah. So sick. Well, that's sweet, man. I don't care. Anyone in Discord can hear. I just don't need my child's voice all over YouTube.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
She's been asking me, man, to do some streaming stuff. She's a huge video game nerd, like Mario. I don't know. It's alright. What's up, Zen? Good to see you here, man. Kiki Komoko Do. Man, that's a rough name to say live. Stream didn't hear you.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah, I cannot say that name, man. Yeah, bus driver free to play for life. This guy keeps surpassing me in power every time I try and catch up. I'm trying to figure out the true free to play way.
He's got some tips and tricks that he's not sharing.
I think Bus is writing into the code, man. There's no way.
Or he's going and dropping some coin in the wishing well a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy, Bus, man. Someone in our alliance almost has the exact same name as you, and the chest pop up saying bus driver. It's unreal. So I would say,
must be the twin.
Let's talk about just purchasing packs. We're just talking about, a lot of people are saying how much money this game costs. I was talking about hero gear, about people screw up their hero gear because they purchase 3. You know, they're upgrading all their hero gear altogether, and I just would not recommend it. Just focus on 12 pieces of equipment. The next big mistake that some of us longtime players do, and new players are making this mistake as well. We focus so much on trying to max out these new heroes, like a new generation of hero pops off, and everyone's just trying to buy it. And if you put that money on Gen 7 or Gen, you know, for us, we're going to be Gen 8 heroes. So people are going to be saving up Gen 8 heroes. If you put that money on like Chief gear or pets, you're going to be much stronger in the long run, because you just, like, every 90 days or 100 days, they're just debuffing us. Like, it's a new hero pops off. So a big mistake is, like, there's so many things. Like, even this, I'm having a hard time purchasing. I don't purchase steel. So going back to T11 and Fire Crystal 8, my main focus was getting the Fire Crystal 8. But Fire Crystal 8, another mistake people do is trying to speed up to getting Fire Crystal 8, because this refinement costs so much. So the people that get the Fire Crystal 8 so quickly, like so much more quick, I'm gonna assume that my Fire Crystal, my super refinements of these refined Fire Crystals, are at least 25 to 50% cheaper than the people that sped up to get that Fire Crystal 8 level.
So what's yours? 50 for 2 to 3.
Yeah, so I always do the 20. I always do the 20 because so you'll get 50% off, right? So I already did my refinement today. You'll get 50% off, so your first one, your refinement's going to be 10. But what I do is I go all the way till then it costs 50, then I stop, and then the next day it's costing 25.
How many does it take?
It costs 25, so daily. So tomorrow, when I come on here, it's going to cost 25. It's going to be 50% of 50, and then I'll get 2 to 3 refinement. If you do the 10 fire crystals, you might end up with only 1, rather than you're spending 25 and you're guaranteed 2. If you get what I'm saying there. I guess at the point is you could if you always did 10 fire crystals daily and you max that out, if you do 10 fire crystals daily, you could end up, I guess, in 2 days you get minimum 2 fire refined crystals. So I guess in theoretically it's kind of better at that point, but I'm hoping to get the drop rate of 3.
Well, at the moment, it's only 20 for 1 to 3
Yeah,
for me.
20 for 1 to 3. But then once you get up to
Mhm.
weekly, once you get up to the weekly, if you see down below, my weekly super refinement says 20. Yours is probably, I don't know, 3 or something like that, or 2, whatever you've done. Once you hit 20,
Mine's 10 at the moment.
okay, so once you hit 20, it'll switch to 50. And then once, I believe you hit
Oh, so every 10, it'll
every
increase?
20, I believe. So then once you hit 40, um, once you hit 40, it goes to 100. And then you're guaranteed 3 refinements every time you hit 100.
Oof.
I did
It's a
so
mega
like
oof.
me guys know me very well. I was live streaming drinking later at night, and this whole thing came out, and Fire Crystal 8 came out, and I was just hitting that super refinement because I had a bunch of fire crystals, and all of a sudden I looked. I thought it was always 20. And I probably in 10 clicks I spent 1,000 fire crystals on these stupid refinements. I stopped, man. I was like, man, 30 refined crystals costed me 1,000 fire crystals. I'm like, I feel like there's a better way of doing this, and just doing it slow, man, is the best way, man. So like a lot of people, like even those guys, like when Fire Crystal 12 Castle comes out, you're not like, honestly, if you get the Fire Crystal 8 and you're not a true whale, take your time. I'm not a true whale. I can admit that, guys. A lot of people, like, they care so much. Like state 1 to state 9, there's a race for leaderboards. Same with like, heroes. You can make it on the leaderboard above whales. Like there's gigantic whales below us, but we can still be on the leaderboards because we get the new content. So people just like, they rush to the highest fire crystal, man. I don't know, man. It's
I could easily go to 6 right now, but with how I've got my fire crystals, I'm going to this SVS. All I'm going to do is unlock on the furnace itself the fire crystal 6 to get access for everything else, and then what I'm going to do is just hoard and stockpile everything to do in stages in the next SVS after. So I'm not going to do much fire crystal wise this SVS. It's just to get the access for the fire crystal 6, and then I'm going to take my time. This one's mainly chief gear and hero stuff that I'm focusing on this SVS because I'm way behind.
Yeah, man. It's I'll tell you this. Once again, big mistake that a lot of people make. You're talking about fire crystals. I screwed up originally. I thought, man, so this was me gambling and didn't pay off. I thought
Yeah, it is Mirazu.
I thought yeah, it's raining, bro. The fire crystal shards. I thought there was gonna be like a fire sale on fire crystal shards. So I was being super patient. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get T11s like 25% the cost of everyone else. So that's me being too cheap, man. They might as well call me Cheap Bash. Because eventually I'm like, okay, I gotta do it. Yeah. So like, someone should, like, when it comes down to it, if you have the fire crystals, always have something upgrading in your fire crystal tech. The War Academy, always try and keep something upgrading there. Do not use your speed ups. Yeah, man, Mirazu, he's Rainy is back. He's in state 25, and one day maybe he'll join us. Maybe in a merger. We'll probably have to fight once. But that's probably, hopefully, that's the dream, right?
I can make more.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. See, now OBS is trying to connect, so I might be able to mute myself on OBS. Well, no, on YouTube it did work. So if anyone lost me,
YouTube is fine.
I'm back. Okay, sweet. Where you need to use your research speed ups, it's gotta be here, guys. Like, no one, like, man, I've been doing this. I've used years of speed ups. Use your speed ups in your battle and your growth. Like, focus on growth first. And then this, like I said, so many people make mistakes. They use general speed ups.
Mine's maxed out.
Yeah, on growth.
Let me have a look.
On growth, I'm not even maxed out for healing on growth. I just switched to battle.
Growth, I have literally healing and the ward expansion to do. That's it.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me, man. Because the healing
the
in
very
this
bottom.
game, and I
On
think
the
this,
last, that's the last two things, and that's it. Everything else is done.
I think a lot of people, if you're in an active clan, and we'll talk about the healing real quick, that's another mistake a lot of people do on research wise is they all focus on, oh, I want to heal quicker. Man, if you heal in batches, this really has no effect. It does heal quicker. Like you can heal quicker, but if you heal properly, as soon as you hit that heal button, it should be honestly you should see power pop up and keep hitting heal. Another big mistake too is like in like when it comes down to it, especially the Sunfire Castle, people are always like, I always max out my heals, and then I put all resources. That's just like the quickest way to heal, and then you just heal in batches. You go back to healing in batches, right? Because it's super annoying pressing a bunch of buttons.
Since we're really pushing the tech mistake thing, I remember you talking about this last year before I had my break when you were talking with, I think it was actually a conversation with me now that I remember. It was on the Discord. It was a Discord stream, not a YouTube stream, but it was a Discord stream about the early on doing the growth, because once you get to the later battle tech, like it's onwards and upwards of 20, 60, 80, 90 days.
Yeah, I've
got one here. My next infantry defense, which is the one of the bottom ones, originally it's 20 days, but because of my thing being maxed out on the growth, it's 12 days. It's 8 days. That's a whole week gone.
I'm 90 days on so I'm 90 days defensive training right now. Frick, guys, don't judge me. V1. What's V1 stand for Roman numerals? It's 5, 6. Is that 6? Is that proper? 6 defensive training? Yes, shock. Hey.
I think so.
Oh,
yes,
I got it. I got it before you guys. I got it before you guys even typed it. Okay. I wasn't like Google. Okay, so troops defense 6. I'm 1 away here, but it's 90 days and it's 55 days. So now here's another thing. I've been taking my time with that.
It'll be the same for me too.
That research center. I've been taking my time, but what I need to do is so my research speed. That was really hard to say. It says plus 60%. My War Academy is given plus 2.9% right now, but I got to max out. So once my most people are going to be like, do your troops first. Get Fire Crystal 8 troops. I'm actually gonna get it's adding another 6.5% for my research, which is critical on those big researches coming up because I'm holding my backpack. I got over a year of speed ups for research and general. I don't think it's gonna be I think I got to get another 2 more years. I got all the bottoms.
Me telling you to hold, it's probably the best thing I've ever told you to do, is to hoard those research and general speed ups, because I guarantee you there's going to be more tech that they're going to bring in.
Oh, for
and it's
sure.
going to be a long research time. So hoard those general speed ups and the tech for when you're way into the game cycle.
Fire Crystal, this guy, Fire Crystal 8 T11 is actually good. Who cares about Fire Crystal 8 T11, man? I'll be moving on to Fire Crystal 15 T12 by next year, okay?
I wouldn't say next year, I'd say this year.
I'll be playing by myself.
Give it a few more months.
Yeah, jeez. But that's what you guys always know, there's going to be a huge update. As soon as I get something max, so once I max out my research, I'm doing this for you guys, not for myself. But once I max out my research, I guarantee you more research appears. So I'm technically being very kind to all the WS players. If I max myself out, an update comes and I'm like, oh, here we go again.
I reckon there's going to be a big one either before Halloween or in that Halloween period. I reckon there's going to be another big update.
We all know, so April's got the big one, right? So there's a new PvP event happening in April. I think, man, you guys are going to hate this. I'm going to describe this as best as I can. So I think it's going to be able to either there's a common map, or say we line up against State 3. State 3 is going to be able to fight for all of these forts. So State 3 will be able to sign up for forts on State 1, and State 1 will be able to sign up for forts on State 3. I think that's their lazy way of doing it, to try and re-inject the fort battles. If they do that, I'm really hoping fort battles have better rewards. It would be fun, you know.
If they're gonna do this, they might as well scrap that idea and literally do what Rise of Fire did.
Yeah, well,
Ice and Fire. Literally do a completely different map, one that's twice the size of a normal map that you live on, and just have it as a 3-month or even a 2-month event, and every 2 weeks is a new stage that unlocks the gates that you have to fight for or fight through to unlock to go to the next stage, and then you open up another part of the map. That would be make more sense
yeah, it's kind of like,
than just saying that State 1 verse 3 for forts is literally another SVS, but a mini version. A worse mini version, because you'd lose more.
I just, going to the world map, like, why, structurally, why would they need this huge world map if something else wasn't kind of coming down the pipeline? You know what I mean? Because we're at 873, but the way it goes, it builds outer rings, right? So like, structurally, I'm just trying to figure out why. Maybe it's to make it look more appealing than a huge list. Miasma is a big if too, exists since the beginning. I feel like Miasma, you know what we're talking about when you go to the map, it shows that Miasma thing. I feel like that's like a developer, they're definitely using. So State 901 just started. 52 days till Sunfire happens. I don't know, man. I think we're going to be in for
I'd say Miasma's just literally an Easter egg.
Yeah. What is Miasma? Miasma. Translate
There's literally
that.
no information about it.
A
There's
900...
no information in the game at all.
Yeah. There's Miasma right here we're talking about. If you guys go to the map, it pops up there. It looks like a beast. I don't know exactly why it's there, but I do gotta say is I expected big things for State vs. State, and they gave us Sunfire Battle 2.0. I'm not expecting huge things for the PvP event coming in April. I feel like it's gonna be Fort Battles 2.0. I think that's what's gonna go on. I would love if we had to defend every single thing on our map. So you had to battle and defend for 12 hours. Everything. So even this, like, this will get you points. So if State 3 was holding level 3 expedition facility for an hour or 2 hours, State 3 gets so many points for that. Level 4s would be more points, but getting the level 4s, you also get the boost. So, if you lose your defense facility,
Again, them doing this is kind of pointless. They should just scrap that
and
just make it KVK.
That's what they should do. A new map, man. We've been asked it. Great live broadcast. Hey, appreciate
it. Could
whoever's
be.
there.
You could literally pair, like how they did it with Rise of Fire. You'd have, like, they had over 1,000, 2,000. I think it's like 3,000 kingdoms now. I was in one of the top 500 kingdoms. I can't remember which one I was in because it's well over a year ago now. They had it where I was in 500. We had some from 50 that were in our guild. We had some from like the 800s that were in our guild. They just put like a whole bunch of different kingdoms together in their own little like guilds that versed other guilds, and that all had fought towards the center. That would bring, like, if they did something like that, it takes 3 months to complete it. Every season is 3 months. It's a 90-day season.
That's the same thing as The Walking Dead, man. And it, like I said, it injects so much life into all these servers.
Yep.
Man, I'm not happy. Like, State 1's a lead state, and I don't think we'll ever not be a lead state. They're kind of
I think that's just
handicapped.
by default.
Yes, and they kind of handicap us. But at the same time, man, I do not have that mentality of being like, if you're considered a lead state, you should be proud of it and not cry about being a lead state and saying you can't accept more people. It's basically these other ordinary states need more players. Their states are dying, and it's kind of like this state transfer thing's a last ditch effort to save those states. So if you're a lead state, it actually means, and hopefully, if you're a lead state and your state's dead, that's very worrisome for the whole group you're in, because that means there's other states in worse condition than you guys. I don't know. I know State 9 is rough. Maybe a clan and a half left. We're trying to, like, if there was no secret there, State 9 is, it used to be my clan. I started Evil in State 9. We're trying to get people from State 9 to State 1. That was the focus. We got screwed this go around, is what it is. We'll see. We're going to wait another 30 days. But those guys are really just built like bricks over there, man. They don't care. They bubble up. They know how to play, man. They know how to play over there.
In my opinion, the first from State 1 to 20, every time should always be in the same thing. From 21 and up, they can do it however which way they want to keep matching it around. But State 1 to 20, I think, would be a good mix of states to sort of have access to, and not just be like from 1 to 3.
Yeah, the 1 to 3 thing obviously had a lot to do with us getting Gen
Even 1 to
7
9.
heroes.
It's like 1 to 15, 1 to 20 makes much more sense.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like having the Gen 7 heroes, I guess. Yeah, I hope, like, honestly, for battle wise, I hope we don't match with the safer state on. I don't want to match with State 7 right off the bat for the first safer state. It'd be fun to fight Bryce. I was hoping to match up against State 5 because it would have been evil versus evil. It would have been pretty sweet live stream, but I don't know if we match with State 5 is a lead state. I don't know how we never match with them at all. If State 5 is a lead state, how did State 1 not match with them? From that grouping scares the crap out of me. If State 5 is the lead state from State 4 to State... what's the grouping go to?
36, 35, 36, somewhere around there. I think it's 36.
Yeah, State...
37, yeah.
Yeah, so
4 to 37.
4 to 37, and State 5 is a lead state. That's not a good look, man. I'm not saying that, but what's up, Henny? I'm just confused by that. So what's happening with those other states? Like, there's a couple other lead states, but it's just, I don't know. I would figure, like, I know you left and came back.
My point of view on this is this transfer thing was rushed, but also very delayed. In the kind of like they were working on it, but kind of just had to slap a few sheets of metal together without welding it properly, and there's just a lot of holes, and it's just not really binding together. Because, like, sorry to mention this game again, but Rise of Empire, they had leading states. The only thing that made it for if you were a leading state is you couldn't transfer into that. You could transfer out of it to any of the states, because then they did it 20 up and 20 down, or 10 up, 10 down was the bracket. But they would alter the states they do the 10 up, 10 down to. So, like, this leading state thing is like Kratchu. Was it Kratchu?
Yeah. Kratchu.
Yeah, Kratchu mentioned. Like, it doesn't bring into the facts like Rise of Empire did for winning certain events, activity, productivity, bringing new people into that state, like as a fresh castle. All those sort of things accumulated into them being a top state out of the 20 or 30 that were in each bracket.
I'm just... I don't know, man. Like, the transfer scores is what I was kind of like looking at here. I still don't understand the prospective states rating. 890, 665. My transfer score is 679.
I'm not even going to try and figure that out. I'm sorry, but
That's all right,
I
but
still stand to my point. I don't get me wrong. I really enjoy the game. I really enjoy the camaraderie that can be had, and the spiciness as well to throw it through a loop. But like all these numbers they just throw at you make no sense to me. It just feels too
yeah,
rushed.
those numbers mean really not much to me at all. It just wouldn't make any sense. So even this like state 10, just say I don't even think state 5 has a good state versus state record. Like we could look at overall power for state versus state records. Where was the best way of seeing that? You can look at alliance. I'll just go to
Yeah.
the Sunfire Castle actually. That'll be the easiest way. So zoom out. But like obviously we've only lost once, so like for like I'm not gonna sit here and cry saying, hey, we're not a leading state. I mean, we're a leading state, we're getting ripped off. Nah, man, it is what it is. We are active because we have lots of new players daily, and I always shout out to everyone on YouTube. They're still letting people join state 1. Come play, who cares? We get everything newer, our packs are cheaper. Like I don't know, like I don't understand starting at 901 if you really like. I guess if you want to play long term, but
I think the only thing that is keeping people from wanting to play 1 long term is for the fact that if they want to transfer a big bulk of use out of state 1 to say 3, that's as far as you can go.
so
You can't even go to 10.
yeah,
Like it's I don't know. It's a big miss. They've definitely missed a big opportunity with this transfer thing. And see, Rise of Empire, they didn't do it just as a okay, this comes up and then you know you can transfer. They did it as an actual event. So whoever won whatever they won were put into certain different brackets and whatnot, and then out of that bracket you were able to choose from which states or whatever to transfer to. So like they've missed the ball straight off the bat with this one.
see, I'm looking at it here, and we got so they lost to state 4. Supreme President, they lost to that. So the next one, so then they must have not matched up. They didn't match up for a while, man. So they lost in June, then they didn't match for. That's crazy. Then they lost in Supreme President. They must have won the. So sorry, they probably lost those. So they've lost.
Don't forget there's buys as well.
Yeah, Invader they lost. FRP they would have lost the initials. They would have lost the. So that would be in a loss. So every 2 state versus states. So basically every 2 Sunfire Castles. I mean, every second Sunfire Castle is a state for state. So just looking quickly here, like in June, they lost against number 4. Then in July, they lost the battle, but they won the prep stage. Same thing in August. They must have had a bye somewhere in here, but then they would have lost the prep stage to state 2 and lost the battle stage. It looks like they probably, unless they kept getting kind of buys, they would have lost the prep stage again in October and lost the battle stage. They won in November, Remembrance Day actually. They won both stages. Looks like they probably got another bye and then they won. So they're like a 50% win rate on state for state. They match bash, they won the prep or won the castle. Checking the alliance for, but they don't share, like they don't share the, it just kind of, I don't know, man. I was looking at it and
Yeah, for some reason don't. I think you have to go into the instead of looking through the Sunfire Castle and clicking on the thing.
But that's only like,
Okay,
it's too bad it's not
show.
state. But like you look at Evil, they beat 4. So in February they beat 4. They actually beat State 3 in January. I just don't know how we haven't
Before
matched.
the end of the year, 6.
So we haven't matched with these guys at all, and they're supposed to be a lead state. It's just confusing to me, man. So like the whole matching process makes zero sense whatsoever. Like at this point, they had Brystar. So they had Brystar. They had the same heroes as us in January. It may, I don't know, they probably should have matched with us, and they didn't. We've matched with State 3 multiple times, matched with State 2 multiple times. Yeah, look at their personal leaderboard. I'd have to jump to State 5, man. Yes, Brystar joined, that's what we're kind of talking about. So, like, then we're trying to figure out how lead states go. Brystar is, he was mentioning... He talked about leaving State 5 for a long time. He's hopped in. He's been in many different clans, man. He's just all over the place, man. I guess you could say the same for some players in State 1. People hop around. I was in Fen, so I hop around. So yeah, I don't know. Another just talk about mistakes that people make is I basically get all my teleports here. That's all I use my clan points for, and I actually buy VIP points here. I only buy the discounts. So a lot of people make mistakes because they just because you always buy the discounted stuff. Just wait. If you're really active and you do the helps daily. Yeah, just a small little mistake that I still make. So yeah, bro, I don't know. I won't be able to figure out this freaking lead state and transfer scores. There's some hidden math there or something. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. No, we just made that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the bracket for 1 to 3 is probably not gonna, unfortunately,
not many
change.
people. Not many people. Right now, are we in the? I don't even know what stage we're in. I haven't even paid attention to this transfer stage.
Tomorrow, I think tomorrow is the
free transfer.
No, not tomorrow. Another day.
So 3 people joined. So invite cap. 3 people joined there. Quite a few. 12 people joined State 3. I'm
do not press that yellow button. Because I don't think you can unselect it.
Really? Just leave?
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
I think, yeah, just be careful of pressing that yellow button.
There.
I don't think you can unselect it.
I gotta be right back, guys, everyone. I'll be right back. I'll talk about this. Be right back, guys. I just hear my dog barking up there again. He wouldn't come in. He's such a noodlehead.
You're good.
Ow!
He's gone to get his dog and he's fell. Sounded like he just fell over. Yeah, he did. Jesus. Are you alright? If you notice the camera almost fall off the desk. I think you fell over.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what more they're kind of chit-chat about on WS here. I'm going to be live Friday again, but it's going to be for my gambling. But hopefully we get something to inject us with. I know March, so I'll be up north, and I might as well do this right now, since... might as well switch this right now. What's up? Not bus driver. That's too funny. Transfer leadership. There you go, girl. Fort battles, etc., etc. You can move it back to me, but I'm probably not gonna. All the timing for this game has never been kind to North America. Maybe It'd be interesting. USA, I think
North America in here.
Yeah, I believe USA state 46 or 47. Dude, I would if I made Doom R5, evil might not exist.
Accidentally disband.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a sad story about evil in The Walking Dead. I gave it my all, and at the end of it, people didn't realize. And like, if I wanted to, man, I could drop some serious coin on this game. I just here's a mistake I'll tell a lot of you guys are making. Just be cautious on how much you spend on mobile games. This goes for everything. You don't know how long they're gonna go, like how long they're gonna be around. You don't know the direction, especially WOS. I told them they have to be more open. We're gonna have a bunch of leaked news here soon because we have. I'm gonna pop up something here. We have a couple things happening. So obviously the 1 year anniversary is happening of WhiteOut Survival. So a bunch of news is gonna start dropping. I do have a couple things here. So like, meetups are happening in Taiwan and Japan in March. They're hosting an event to encourage Alliance offline meetups soon. It's almost impossible with me as evil. The only guy I probably could meet up with is DMAX and WHW. But expect in March that we're going to see some stuff from the Taiwan and Japan meetup. Anyone that is in Taiwan or Japan, check out WS, start talking in the chats, and maybe you might get invited to this thing. There's still no updates on the state merge. They're saying they're not adding VIP heroes. So my guy about Nemo Zero, he called him, he's probably wrong in this case. And optimizing Crazy Joe. So like, I'm expecting some leaked stuff before, March 15th. I think we're going to see some crazy stuff. Hopefully we can see, I don't know, man. The Korean one gave us a lot of insight. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm gonna say is just be careful. Like, that's the most. I kind of have a little, like, I just ask questions to certain people. I get a little information. So I have inside information on this game sometimes, and I'm very reluctant to spend any money on this mobile game, and I hate saying that. But just be careful, guys. Don't go out there and spend a bunch of money on something that's, the game might not go in the direction you like, and that's why, obviously, you took a break from this game, came back, and...
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Easing my way back in, though. I'm just waiting.
I do have
Sitting idle.
Yeah, I'm very, Mirazu Shock, Bash Sister, Doom, Bus Driver, Henny, all these people in State 1. They're the reason why it's not even YouTube. They're the reason why I log on daily and stay active. If everyone quit, I'd have an extremely hard time to even continue to play this game. So it's all based off your alliance. So I did actually have a question in there. A lot of you guys are like, when you first started off this game, it's really important to be in an active alliance. And I know a lot of people want to be R4, R5. It's honestly a punishment, guys. Don't even think like... It's basically like a little part-time job. So a lot of mistakes people make is they want to be leaders in the game. Just be active. Eventually your time will come if you want to be a leader. So if you want to be a clan leader, you can make a clan, but if you're late to... I always find it funny. Someone shows up 2 weeks later, and that's what I kind of did in State 1. I showed up late, and I told Bash Sister 1, I'm not creating a clan. I'm not doing evil. I just want to play with other people. And she's like, okay. I joined so many people's clans. Like, I probably joined 3 or 4 clans before I found BRR, Burr, and that's evil now. But the only reason why I ended up with evil is because the Burr clan leader, he went MIA, and I paid gems to take over the R5, and then like the next day I renamed it evil. Bash Sister 1 was basically the whole reason. She's like, do it, remake evil, remake evil. And here we are. She's basically the whole, like, a lot of people are like, oh, she's R5 of the clan. Yeah, evil is just as much mine as it is hers, and Shock has had R5, and I don't know. But just be careful what you wish for. Some of the biggest mistakes people play in this freaking game is wanting to be an R5 or R4 of the game. Sometimes it's just sweet being an R3, R2. I used to be R1 all the time, man.
Yeah, I went through stages where I was like, nah. I made the mistake of rushing to be R4. I'd never be R5, but I made the mistake as like one of the states that I was in, S70 for a while. There is a lot of micromanaging and a lot of democracy, and like you have to micromanage everyone and to not upset other whales, and because then it would just be whale versus whale, and just yeah. The rushing to the R4 thing is, I mean, if you love doing that, by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
But it's not all procked up to what it's meant to be.
Yeah, man, you got I got Bash Sister 1 in the chat. She's like, I forced them to do it, but there was not much organization in State 1 to start. Like, there's so many, like, I think there's still other states that aren't organized out there, and that's why they're kind of dying, unfortunately. To say like State 1's kind of we've been in cruise control, or pretty lazy it's actually really sad. You're not going to be able to see, well, hopefully you'll be able to see, but Bash Sister 1, she's real good with building, organizing battles. Shock is helpful with the towers and organizing our whales where they got to go. There's a lot of organization that takes to run a clan, and we're all kind of in cruise control, and basically the R4s right now, Shock, Mirazu, I can say Ashley, Bash Sister 1, Depp is huge, Evil Ghost, and Bus Driver, Hellraiser. He's one of the original BRR Burrs. He is active daily. I don't know, not shouting out to you, Hellraiser, but you're kind of just coasting as an R4, just like me. I'm the laziest R4 by far, man. I should be R2. I would have been demoted as an R4 already if it wasn't for...
Nah, you should be R1, mate.
Yeah.
R2, you should be R1.
Yeah,
R0. No. R0. Out of the clan.
It's just unfortunate because like evil, the time zones just don't work for me. And I want to make this as strong as I can, as long as we can. We've held on to the top spot clan for a very long time. I'm kind of shocked by it. I'm expecting, looks like they lost some power here. They lost 1 billion power almost. So KLA is surpassed them again. So like I'm expecting some of these clans to really push for it. 7DS jumping up, a bunch of people joining them. I don't see anyone really crazy in here. I really just Brystar adding to them, but like it's coming where our downfall will happen. This guy, this Kiss, this CHW, this guy, where is he? He is rank. I've seen stats from him. So whoever matches, like, keeping my eye on State 69. Tayo, they gain some power. It's just interesting seeing some of these clans.
There's definitely some maneuvers being made.
State
in
80.
This transfer and the next one. For sure. I'm noticing there's a lot of shifts.
Yeah, these guys are kind of doing it right too, man. In State 80, the evil, it's not like one big whale. Because what happens is, if you have one large whale and he bounces on you, it destroys the whole clan. So I'm not saying people wouldn't follow Han. If Han was mad and Han jumped to WHW or Fen, people might join. But like we had our largest whale was Six Buzz. So Six Buzz is still pushing, but Six Buzz was like our largest whale, and he was in other clans for a long time, man. And he's never joined Evil. He's still progressing slowly. I'm keeping my eye on Six Buzz. Six Buzz, he upgrades smart, man. Lucky Jimmy's really starting to pump too. Look at this, Kizzy. Six Buzz.
Jeez,
I,
you're
I
falling behind there.
I am. I know. Edith, 6
Easy,
mil.
mate.
All states. Hero power. He's 307 away. Han is moving up though, man. He's starting to get there. It's
Yeah, I've seen him come out of the works. Like,
yeah, no,
for a
he's
while
he's
now.
real smart about things, man. People like they sleep on Han, man. Look,
It's because
G,
he's
what's
doing
up?
he's doing the long game correct. He's not
Yes.
making the mistakes of jumping onto everything at once or the wrong thing in one go. He's doing it in clumps but smartly.
Yeah, he's I don't know.
And now he's just come out of nowhere and has become pretty damn strong. So he's doing it the right way.
And it's more manageable in real life too, man. You know, like
Playing it for the long game instead of the short game,
there's
which is what I think Binkus did.
that's
He
you
just
know
got too excited, too fast, went too by the ball,
eh,
grabbed the ball by the horns too much, and just wanted to let go.
and me and him talked. We talked on Discord, not just on YouTube, but we talked on Discord a lot. And I told him, man, be cautious, man. You're gonna max out something, and something else is gonna come, and something else is gonna come. And I get it, like Binkus, you got money, but don't burn your money just because you can burn money. Like honestly, I'm tempted with the Tundra Adventure. I don't have this stupid we call it. I don't have this Wonderland permanent one, but is 35,000 points. I really liked this one at 25,000. I just liked the look of the skin. I think this is an ugly skin. Like I'm not a big fan of it. Do I think this 2%? So should I spend whatever it costs, $600 to get that? It's kind of RNG. To get the Children's Wonderland might cost $1,000. Should I spend $1,000 for a attack 2%, or should you spend $1,000 somewhere else? And people just have to understand. I get it, skins look cool and everything, but that 2%, $1,000. You can spend $1,000 and get a better attack buff somewhere else, man. Yeah, it's I don't know, dude. It's like 5 a.m. your time. You're powering through this pretty good.
I'm not even sleepy. I
Yeah.
tried that 2 hours. It just my body was just like, nope. You were tired for like 5 minutes. You lay down and now you're awake.
A little,
It's like,
a
cool.
little.
Awesome.
I think little Bash, my little boy might be waking up here. So if I do have to close this stream out just suddenly, guys, I apologize. I'm just streaming because my boy had a nap, and somehow Rainy Day must be like drinking Red Bulls in Australia and joined us on this one. I see there's a lot of chit chat and happen about people saying about Whiteout survival, 5,000 active, like Krachu saying there's only 5,000 actively writing players in the WS Discord, and that's a massive exaggeration. Yeah, man, just wait. Just wait on the Discord thing. Shock is right. It's really entertaining. My favorite time in WOS is when the game crashes or there's an update. So, Krachu, I'm going to invite you, man. Come to Discord in March when the update happens, and April when the update happens. April's going to be the big one. The game's going to be probably down for like an hour or 2 hours. It's not like March might just be like a quick, like, small little upgrade to the game. But come to the Discord in April and come see how crazy that place is.
I used to be a mod in the WOS Discord, and it's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy when there's downtime because you have to like before they implemented the per person per amount of chat things to look over. Like it was chaos. It was absolute chaos.
Like,
It gets full on.
so
It's not just 500 people or 1,000 people. There's a lot of people that come into those chats.
I don't know if Krachu's asking Shock about USA or me. USA, I'm from Canada, man, so I'm Canadian, and Rainy's Australian. That's why we get
He's
along.
from Canada.
Canada. That's
From Canada.
It's kind of crazy, man. When I first heard you, I thought you had the UK accent. My wife.
Everyone thinks I'm from fucking the UK.
Yeah. So my wife really likes the Australian accent, so maybe I have to play this over for her and be like, "Hey, do you think this is Australian or UK?" She might say UK. Maybe that's what I'll decide with that.
I've got the more upper posh tone of the accent, not so much the country bumpkin / bogan side of it. So that's why mine's not really coming through as strong. It's like in America, there's some states you go to, you can't really tell they're American, but then you go to like further down south or more country areas, and it's just like, wow, that accent is strong. It's the same with here. The more regional areas is definitely, you can definitely tell they're Australian, like 1000%.
Yeah, Krachu, man. What's going on, man? Take it easy on my R4. Australian accent is awesome. Drowsy. Muffin. 46, right? Stay 46? Am I wrong on that? I'm probably wrong on that.
Yeah. No, it's the same person.
Okay, sick. Yeah, man. First of all, I'm just going to say this, and I'll even say it to Shock. Shock is a dude, don't get mad at me, German, so he can come off as rude sometimes, but he just likes to get to the point. That's why he's a moderator.
He's not rude, he's blunt.
Yeah,
he's very forward.
So he'll just get to the point. He says his point, and that's why you need as a moderator, and that's what you need as an R4. And he's actually a really good dude on Discord alone when he chit chats. He's always trying to convince me to do certain things. I do agree with him. The transfer event is a terrible event. I don't think that's what we needed. I was expecting something a bit better. I don't think State 1 needs to get any stronger. If anything, we need ourselves to pick up our slack and start pushing a bit more. That includes me. Legee, what's up, man? Yeah,
Welcome, everyone.
For us, is to make State 1 stronger. I'm looking towards WHW, Fen, Thigh, Evil. We need to just keep powering up. It sucks. It's not just training troops. We need to stay active and do events. Hopefully, it's crazy, man. You never know. Some people in states, there's hidden whales. So maybe Heyo over here, maybe we lose and this guy decides to drop 10G in a week, right? It's crazy what happens when people lose. You don't know where you're pushing them. So I'm not looking to other states to make State 1 better. I'm looking towards State 1 to make ourselves better. And I think that's the best way of doing things. If I'm hoping in a prayer of like Lord Dynasty coming and making us stronger, man, it'd be sweet to fight him. I'd love to lose a Lord Dynasty. I'm not an idiot, guys. I know these max players are way stronger than our max players, but it's going to be fun losing to them. Who cares? I don't know. Exactly what Shock says here. Only 50 people can leave or join a state. Or is it 55 now? Did they up it a bit? What is it?
I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's 55. Definitely. I still stand on my they've just like, what's the best way I can? When you make, I don't know if you've ever done that when you were younger, when you get the balloon and you make, like, you get the paper or toilet paper and wet it with the glue and that and then stick it on. That's what they've done with this event. They literally have just done that. I'm not putting hate on the devs. I never do, because I don't have any reason to, but like, that's what they've literally done. They've blown up a balloon with air, not helium, with air, just normal air, gotten glue, dipped toilet paper and paper into it, and then chucked it at it.
It's
that's my opinion.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I've said what I needed to say about state transfers. State transfers suck, but it helps out certain individual players. Do I think? State transfers are for individual players that aren't happy. State transfers are going to kill alliances that have been playing together for a long time. So that's the reason why I think the state transfer event sucks. Is that there's some good alliances with free to play players that are going to die out because some people are deciding to leave to go somewhere else. Which I think pay to win players, or minimal pay players, should be able to leave their states and go experience something, because they spent, minimally, probably anything. There's players from this game that spent $1,000 to $100,000, and you saying that they're stuck in their state and they hate their state, I don't think is right. But that same person, you got to judge their character. If I wasn't happy, if I was bored in state 1 and I quit, do I think state 1 would fall apart? No, but I think there might be 5 to 10 players that might quit the game. So me transferring to another state might make 10 people quit, right? I'm not even the whale for evil. I'm the voice, but you know what? Like Shock, Mirazu, Bash Sister 1, these 3 people, Depp, Evil Ghost, they keep Evil running with or without me. I was just out of the clan for almost a month and Evil just stayed running, right? And it's good to show people that, God, I hope it doesn't happen, but if something happens to me in real life, I would want Evil to continue and people continue to, even if it's not in WOS, I'd like these players to continue to play games. That's the whole point of Discord, the whole point of YouTube community, is I want people to continue to play games together, because these games are basically like casinos, and that's why I'm doing casino on Friday. It's addictive. Mobile games are addictive. It's super helpful.
Yeah, they are.
When I can talk to, it's super helpful when I can talk to you about certain things, and we can be like, hey, how should I use my speed ups, or do you think this pack is good? I take all the advice I can from people.
I'm glad you stuck to me telling you to not touch your speed ups.
Yeah, well, it's like getting
way
a
back
discount.
when. That was like 7 months, 8 months ago.
I still haven't. I'm 300.
I'm at about 100 days.
Oh, I'm just below a year. I'm just below a year. I'm at 318 days, 21 days. Construction speed ups I use. There's I don't know. This construction speed ups I've been using on my when I run out of steel, I do my building upgrades. So that's how I'm doing this here. So War Academy. So always have this thing going. So if you don't have enough steel or fire crystals, do an upgrade, or fire crystal shards, right? So if you're not going to have enough shards, either transfer fire crystals into fire crystal shards, or start upgrading that building. Always have that thing doing something. That was my biggest mistake in this game. When this thing popped off, I just waited. I was too cheap. I should have did a little more, but I didn't, unfortunately. Yeah.
You can always play catch up in drips and drabs. Don't have to always be on the ball. Like,
well, man, for how
with how they've done this transfer thing, you kind of don't have to really, like, there's nothing pushing you to consecutively every week, every day.
No, man.
Use absolutely everything in your backpack. There's just nothing. Maybe when a new thing when that first SVS come out, everyone was just on to emptying their whole inventory so they could get the rewards of the new hero. Maybe even the second SVS, maybe even the third, but nothing really after that. Like, people are just doing things now in drips and drabs. Like, there's nothing at the moment currently really begging for you to use your inventory. Other than SVS. And even then, some aren't.
Yeah, I'm not even using my inventory for state. Like, I do, like, man, I'll have to share some stuff when you're not so tired, but I got a bunch of Google Sheets of Chief Gear, Legendary, like, all that stuff I've been calculating. I'm trying to figure it out, like, but here's the thing, is once I line up against AKB State 77, I can push as hard as I want, and that person's just gonna spend $20,000 on troops training speed ups just so they win. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, people like that, you have there's no point in trying to compete against them because they're just
Yeah.
going to be like, all right, you spend 1,000, cool, I'm going to spend 30,000.
I did. So I did in there was this strongest survivor event in The Walking Dead, and I'm proud to say that I won it once. I saved up, but then the last minute, this big whale, he was making a push, and he was actually surpassing me, and we're going back, and it was within an hour, man. He purchased a pack. I'd have to, like back and forth, purchase. That alone, man, that competition about a leaderboard on those events, people get addicted to it. Like, so that state for your state leaderboard, I really don't even care, man. Like,
Yeah, there's no kickback for it. There's no reward.
no,
The only really thing is people can use it for information resource.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah, and it's I don't know, like, let's go like all states, personal power. See if anyone's clanless here, because that basically means they've quit the game. There was some high players right here.
Well,
For
there
this
might
one.
be there might be some that have, because you can't be in a clan when you can't be in an alliance when you think, and it opens up in like a day. So I think there's a few that have just probably jumped out of an alliance.
I suppose, yeah. But like this one here says 4S, so this means for sale.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, man, I feel real bad for this guy.
And he's in a pretty high up state. He spent a lot. Jesus.
He has, but like his
He's
800
done worse
million,
than Binkus.
his 800 million. Like, unfortunately, man, I'm stronger than this guy. Like, that's kind of rough. Like, that's a lot of money spent.
Yeah, he's just done the spending for the sake of spending and not actually focused on proper things. Like, yes, he's got his charms and chief gear up decently high, but like, I mean, for his bracket where he is, he's probably the strongest 100 up, 100 down of him, but like, that's about it. Like, and he's just probably got to the point where he's like, well, what else am I going to do? Spend more money for the same thing every 2 weeks? Every 4 weeks?
This Jonas still says, well, Lord, I think Jonas is still the strongest, but doesn't have max. Like, I don't know. What is it? You notice how that state won for a second? Like, who the hell is 650 million power on there? No,
600.
no, it wasn't. It was a glitch. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, I don't
only,
know. He's in my state.
only one clanless. So I know there used to be quite a bit when you go through it. I think this is pretty crazy though. Out of all the players out there, I'm still top 1,000, which is dope. I'm actually happy for that. 931. That's a good, for how many players play this game. That's a pretty good ranking, and I know there's a lot of players in State 1 ahead of me, so there'll be. So in the top 1,000, we have 20 people in the top 1,000 at least. Probably more than that. We probably got, Shock. Shock, where you at, man? There's some that, yeah, and he's right. Like Shock saying, there's some that don't play anymore, and they're still their alliance. Even this, so you probably won't be able to find. Maybe go hero power. Oh, this is ours. Yeah, so hero power.
Because after that 30-day thing, it's still it just takes them off the map completely.
Takes them off the map, but they're still in leaderboard. So Cody hasn't
Yeah.
played since summertime, and he's this is Gen 4. You got to remember, and he's 16th ranked in State 1 still.
Cody.
Mick Cody, yeah. Rest in peace, bro. I don't know where he ended up. I think, once again, we're talking, and I'll say this again, it's just like when I'm talking about gambling, guys. Be careful how much you spend on these games, because there's going to be a new update, and whatever you just spent on, you're going to get nerfed. It's not going to be worth anything. That's the way mobile games are. You're never going to be the strongest player in Whiteout Survival. And if you are the strongest player in Whiteout Survival, I would love to have an interview with you. Tell me what stocks to buy. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I get it. Thank you. State 739 is about to have its first battle, trying to see what our chances are to win. Our state doesn't have the big of the whales. Dude, like, it sounds
Work
crappy.
together. If you don't have a
Yeah,
big whale, work together.
yeah, trying.
Get two align. Pretty much what we did before, because I had state 70 and then another state. In the other state, they didn't have a big player like Binkus when he was playing. We had two alliances. One was the one that had 50 of the highest 50 people in that alliance to hold one turret as well as the center. And then the other alliance was the opposite. We'd try and push to hold the other two turrets and fight off any other people. Because we didn't have massive whales, so everyone else just kind of split up and we kind of evened it out to where we could hold center as well as still fend off the turrets. It's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, I have I'll talk. We could BS me, you, Shock, and like I got a actually tactic for Sunfire. I'm actually hoping to use it live stream eventually on a big battle against someone who's stronger than us. So, yeah, I think I found a different way to do Sunfire, which is kind of sweet. But you know what, guys? I don't give everything out right away. But yeah, it's a new battle tactic. I'm hoping to try it out. It'll be fun. We'll see what happens, but
I have to wait and see who you get.
Yeah, it's.
Hopefully you get 7. That'd be a good battle. Or 5.
Yeah, no, I think 5. Honestly, man, I think 5 was just lead state because they had to put someone lead state from 5 to 9. I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm honestly, man. State 7 was lead state before, so I'm happy they're not lead state. So they could, get some life into their state again. I think, like, man, when I was there, it was just basically 2.5 clans left. Yeah, I don't know. Like people, they said, I honestly, when all this stuff happened and server merges are about to happen and battles are about to happen, I was trying to get State 7 to actually work with State 1 in the near future. But I think just because we're the number one powered clan in the game, it just egos, right? And I like State 7 cares more about being number one power. I don't care about leaderboards, man. It's sweet that Evil's held on to it for this long, but like, really, who really cares, man? Like, so bear trap damage. I don't do bear trap, so I haven't even checked, man. Let's just check quickly here. So many people, like I said, that care about such silly things in the world. I care about just running this clan, making the friendships we've made, and hopefully anyone in Evil, or even you, my friend, Rainy.
Yeah.
Anytime you guys come to Canada, if you guys come to Western Canada, especially Edmonton, Calgary, I'll come pick you guys up at the airport myself. I'll show you guys the Rocky Mountains. I'll provide you guys a place with sleep. You just bring like some spending money. You don't even have to worry about it, man. So Evil members, welcome to Canada. That's what it is about, because at the end of the day, if you spend $5,000 on a mobile game, you make friends in game, and then come on down. Like, I would expect the same. Shock saying, nice, got a new vacation spot. Man, I'd love to show you the Rocky Mountains. I'll take a week off work or 2 weeks off work. You guys just have to spend one night at the casino with me, and then we decide if you're flying back or if we're going to go party the rest of the time. But that's my one biggest piece of advice. Make friends in game, man. If you're going to spend $5,000 on a mobile game over a couple of years, take something from it. So I know if I went to Australia, Rainy would at least pick me up at the airport, and what's a type of food that you guys eat over there?
Mate, we've got heaps. It depends on the part of the day, where you're at. I mean, if you're going for a barbecue, then, it's we can get some Y-bone steak or some chops, some snags. some onion,
Uh,
bit of this, bit of that. It depends on the time of day where you're at in Australia.
yeah,
It all depends, really.
because the big things in Canada you got to try is donair. What's called in European culture? I can't remember what they call the donair, but it's just basically shaved off meat. I can't remember what the chicken donair is called. It's big. I think Greeks really enjoy certain proper word for it. But donair is huge, and poutine. So that's the first thing
Oh
you
yeah,
guys do.
poutine. I love my poutine.
Yeah, so if you guys come, gyros, thank you. That's it, Thunder. So if you guys come down to Canada, I will be making you guys eat a donair and poutine. Hold on. I think it's just some guy. I got a buddy trying to have some beers with me, but I got my kids. I can't go drink beers. Yeah, I'm just trying to see. I don't know the number. I'll just
It's
say,
always
hey.
like that. Like you don't have the kids around, and then you're like, I don't really want to do anything. I'm just gonna chill. But then you want to do things, and you have your kids, or others want you to do things, and you have your kids. It's like,
If you want a good donair, come to Germany. Shock. Dude, if I keep up my freaking my gamblings, and right there, guys, I'm gonna have to shut down this stream. Someone wanted to see the bear trap. You're gonna see my damage ranking. I don't do it. These are the points here. I'm pretty sure my boy just woke up. But souvlaki isn't the same thing as donair. We have souvlaki in Canada. I don't know if he's awake or not. You guys invented the donair? Well, Canada's stealing it right now on this live stream, okay? Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure I heard my boy go crazy. Oh, no.
I don't know what. What did you do?
I don't know. I'm seeing this no lancers plus Mia strategy to be the best I heard. Oh, this one here. Did you hear? So you've heard the Mia strategy, or you've probably seen it.
With Wu Ming?
So Melody basically is all about this strategy about just using Mia. She's Gen 3, but her skills her skills basically affect her infantry and marksman as well. So she doesn't even care about sending lancers in the rally. So here's an example. This is Han, which Melody is technically stronger on aspects of things. It didn't work out very well for Melody in this situation. It was 6 or 5 leading stats, 4, 5, and then 7. So 5 or 7. It didn't really pan out. Our troops are much stronger in this case too. So even that, like, I'm really intrigued with Brystar.
Han is very, very strong.
Yeah, Han is strong. I'm really intrigued with like Brystar joining 7DS, because even though his
I think
stats,
that'll spruce things up.
it might, but even if they sprice it, like, man, we're getting pretty close to where we're gonna have full T11 rallies in Evil. So T11.8s against 10
And a lot of legendary gears as well.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of almost too late. That's why I'm kind of a bit mad about it. It probably would have been like, October all this would have dropped, or September all this would have dropped. It maybe would have pushed me a bit more to have to force my hand in doing something. Maybe Han would have pushed more. Like, I still think, man, if we match up against Saper State, Han, I'm not saying he's going to drop coin, but I think Han has figured out how to spend money properly in this game. So when it's against Brysar, if Brysar decides to go for the number 1 hero or the number 1 ranking for state per state, it'll be interesting to see what Han does. I hope he still continues with his path and doesn't just buy a bunch of packs to win, because that's how, like, Makodi Man, he was awesome. We leaned on Makoti a lot for battles in August and July. But he purchased so quickly, and that's what makes someone quit the game. If you look at your credit card statement and you're owing $10,000 on Whiteout Survival, whew, I know I'd quit the game. If I saw that I had like even $2,000 owing on my credit card for this game, I'm out. Like, it's slow, and you just got to go slow. Most people just got to realize, just go slow, man. Because some of these people you're competing against, they might quit the game.
Think of Whiteout Survival as like a tree. A tree has branches. Focus on one branch at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this guy said after that you have to play the game. Yeah, this stuff, Shock is like, I got that stuff worth that money for free. Yeah, man, like Bear Trap, the amount of money people have spent on Essence Stones and not playing this game right now.
Bear Trap gets you a lot.
Yeah,
especially when you're actually able to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Shock probably gets 10 Essence Stones, 11 Essence Stones every 2 days. Because he's active. Like, I should be doing it too, man. But, like, I'm lazy. I don't care to set the alarm and wake up at 5 a.m. and do my Bear Trap. And it's making me weaker. But if I'm feeling that way, how many other how many other whales don't care about the bear? Like, there's probably hundreds of bears.
50-50.
Yeah, there's probably hundreds of bears that don't even care to log on. And let's just see if even, rewards, damage raking.
Binkus was on a lot.
He was on a lot?
Yeah, he was on a lot.
Ohan did show up, so he probably showed up for one. That's what I typically do, because if I send one rally, I basically get, if I send 6 of my rallies, I get 9 Essence Stones, and then I go back to sleep. But I haven't done that for a while. I should just do that. It's
Jesus, who got 800 million damage now?
Yeah, it's this new Euphoria. So this new hero, where is he? Shock. What's his name?
810 million.
Bradley.
Jesus.
Bradley's on fire. That's right here. His skills are pretty crazy. Damage up, attack up. He's perfect for starting a rally for yourself. So yeah, he helps quite a bit, man. Especially when you max him out. Next lucky wheel should be here in a week. Is that what's happening?
Next Tuesday.
Oh, Mia's fortune. Yeah, state power matchmaking phase. So yeah, 2 days from now is the state transfer.
Yeah, 3 heroes are dropping, but I'm only going to focus on the wheel one. I'm going to try and get at least 4 starred.
That's such a weird crossover. So you do the state transfer. It's gonna end the 24th, and we should be matched up.
It'll be ending a day into the cycle of matchmaking.
How's that even like how? That should be pushed one day if you know what I mean. I don't even know how that's gonna be possible.
I think they're doing it more so for the fact of trying to get people in. But I don't think your score doesn't count if you're not already in the thing for once the day one starts, right?
Yeah, that lineup doesn't make too much sense.
Started that transfer a day earlier to end the day before matchmaking.
Yeah, so that tells me, like, I don't even know at that point.
Because once day one of the points making day starts, like if you're not in a thing, like it's not going to count.
Because Hero's Mission, Mia's Hero Rally. So the Hero Rally, once this is done, then I'm assuming states 4 to state 9 will get Gen 7.
Yeah.
It's just a kind of weird lineup of a schedule there. They wanted to overlap forts with the open phase 2 bash. It's still overlapping. Gordon has 3 times damage up. Yeah, Gordon's a beast too.
Gordon is
Yo,
G7.
Christian. Yeah, Gordon's basically the counter to Mia. Gordon's the developers shitting on the people doing the Mia strategy. Because he's the one that extra damage.
I'd say Gordon would be better to answer your question there, Muffin.
100%.
Gordon or
Well,
Renee.
I honestly, man, Gordon is Hall of Heroes.
Depending on it would depend on what you're trying to use it for. If you're trying to use it for SVS, then Gordon, because probably people are still going to try to adapt the Mia thing. But outside of that, I don't know, maybe Renee
I would say, man,
for other stuff.
I think Gordon makes Lancers much, much, much stronger now. Renee is these dream marks. It's a lot like Renee is very comparable to Mia, like hit and miss, because he's got this dream marks, and then I don't know, damage dealt for Lancers. This here increasing, so the dream marks 75% damage up for all troops, but this dream marks only last for 1 turn. So every 2 turns you get the dream mark on there, then you get this additional 75% for all troops. Yeah, as Shock saying, Renee felt underwhelming. I think Gordon, yeah, it always feels like the marksmen are very strong, and I just don't get it because the Lancers are meant for damage, and there hasn't been like a crazy strong, like maybe Nora was crazy strong for a bit, but if people are even using Mia instead of Nora, there's something wrong with your generation of heroes. It's basically saying, hey, don't spend money on your Lancers. And
it seems like every 2 generations is coming out with 1 or 2 really good heroes, and then everything else in between is just kind of like a pick me up.
Yo, Visor, what's up, man? Yeah, as you can see, Shock saying stuff. Reyna, Nora, Renee, Gordon. Who's better? Definitely Drowsy Muffin. I would say Gordon, but we haven't experienced a state versus state with Gordon yet. That's why, man, we better get our first state versus state. It makes sense to match us with state 3. State 2 gets the bye. We battle state 3. We both are going to have Gen 7 heroes the same time period. Then match us with Gen 7 the next go around. If we match with Gen 7 and the transfer phase excluded us, I'm going to be pretty pissed. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's basically like, hey, you got to let other states get rejuvenated. I'm not saying we would have definitely got full players. If we were state 1 to state 9, we would have got 55 players joining state 1 easily. We might still have free transfers. People might just jump over to us regardless. But if we match with state 7 and right away, we're 1 run ahead of them on Gen 7. I think they need a run of Gen 7. So I think they should release Gen 7 with state 7 this week, but not match with us. We match with state 3. We have a proper battle. And then it's 2 runs. State 7 can then have max heroes battling our max heroes. Because not everyone can max out. Like, it's hard to max out your heroes. You can't lucky. Like, you'd have to decide between which heroes do you want to max. To max infantry, Lancers, and marksmen in 1 state versus state, I don't even know if it's possible unless you've been saving up all your mythic shards. Mohammed, man, what's up? Precious Paul, best troop type among infantry, Lancer, marksman. If you're focusing on 1, get a bunch of infantry because they're just meat shields. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just went on a rant about stuff.
Well, it still ties into what the stream's about. Like, if you're not a big spender and you're trying to figure out, like, you're asking a question, which one do I go for? At the end of it, the wheel one's always going to be the best one to go for. But then again, make sure you have at least, if you can, 300 to 1200 spare shards, because that last star you're going to need it for, because you're not going to be able to fully max it just off gems.
You should see the bus driver. He said, "A tree. Has Rainy been smoking something?"
No, I used the analogy of a tree, because like people, it's like a bear that sees a hunter in the tree. It goes for the biggest thing, like the biggest part of the tree first, and ignores the branches just to go to the top. But there's a lot of those branches that are very, very important. So people, like Binkus, just seeing the tree was nice and juicy and was like, oh, I must have the whole thing. But missing a couple of the branches along the way can be a very big mistake.
Okay, I got a question for you. Or Christ. I was going to call him Christ. Chris says, when to spend mythic shards?
When to spend SVS? When pretty much what I just said. Like if you're wanting to push for a new gen hero, and you can only really do it when they come out in SVS, do it. Save them for the wheel hero, for that last full star.
Yeah, it's so you're saying
If you can get 1200, if you can get 600 to 1200, you'll almost max it that first SVS week.
So yeah,
almost.
Use your gems and get the lucky wheel. So this is 2 back-to-back Hall of Heroes. So you need to take that's a lot of mythic shards. So to focus on a Hall of Hero with your mythic shards, minimal pay players or not minimum play, medium spenders, the whales, probably use your mythic shards on your Hall of Heroes. It'll save you some cash. The lucky wheel, free to play players, if you're going to use your mythic shards,
the 2 best places and things to keep for is the lucky wheel. Gems and shards for the lucky wheel ones, for the free to play players. 2 most important things to keep for that.
Maxing Gordon, Bash, Shock. Yeah, I think Gordon's a good one to max. Shock he's a minimal, if anything. So he's tossing his mythic shards on there. So Hall of Heroes, it depends, man. So I think this Lancer, the reason why he's more boosted is because he is the Hall of Heroes. So the reason why he's a good hero, he's not a lucky. I don't hate to crap on people, but normally the better heroes are the Hall of Heroes just solely on the factor they're harder to come by. So they want you to
Definitely
spend the money.
A lot more to get into.
Yes. What's up, Winter Stick S88? Medium spender, go for higher furnace or higher gear. If you're saying medium spender, trying to decide on higher furnace or higher gear, you're probably a low medium spender. But when we're talking about which one I'd focus on,
always gear.
Yes, gear. The construction
Chief gear,
furnace,
hero gear, top 2.
You're seeing this. The 2 things I won't try and purchase. Originally, I did purchase. Your building speed ups, construction speed ups, don't even worry about it. Just let things come naturally, because eventually you're going to need refined crystals. You're going to need so much stuff to build get these buildings going, that just take your time, because then you don't have to spend as much money on other things. Vortex, appreciate the super, man, love it. The gear, chief gear and charms, man. Here's what I'm gonna say, and I haven't done it yet because I'm gonna show you guys quickly. I am extremely weak on pets. I'm 491 in state 1. Pets cost the same amount in state 1 as they do in state 901. There's probably no pets there, but the packs cost the same amount. So if I was a medium spender, I would probably focus it here on the pet powers, the pets, because it's a lot of power. It gives you a lot of boost, and
what's your power for your pets?
It's only 5.5. Here,
what mine is.
When you spend on heroes, when you spend on gear, it seems like the later you push, the more like I don't know, you'd be interesting. You got Arts and Trove right now. No, Mix and Match. The Mix and Match is interesting. A lot of you guys might look
Yeah, the
at
mixed
this.
match is good.
Mix and Match. If you have it right now, what's your fire crystals? What do you get per?
Um, 448, I think it is.
Okay, we are the same. So state originally
Hang on, mix and match
because
for the
I'm
highest one.
448. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
440.
448.
So I think Fire Crystal 5 it's like 440. So these packs get better later on. So if you decide to just focus on pets, like, and you're just focusing on pets only, these are the same packs as the other ones get, right? So got more pet power than Bash, sad face, but only use them.
I'm only 500,000 behind you.
Yeah, as I said, I haven't really done much with the pets. I'm gonna have to do your daily missions, Bash. I know, so that's a big mistake I don't do.
We only got one guy in our state that's at 10 million. But I think the other big whale in our state's gonna max out his pets. This SVS.
Shock. I'm gonna lose my mind on these meat. Like, there's no meat nearby. I can't find any meat. I'm gonna
Oh, damn,
attack
that
someone.
king guy.
Man.
That king guy is 22 million pet power.
It's crazy.
And Dior in state 140, 22 million. Master Chief in 293, 22 million. KLA from 49, 22 million. Jesus. Yeah, that guy's maxed out everything. The one at 351.
351.
He's definitely strong.
I'm not as strong on him as he's maxed out his chief gear now, I believe. And his charms.
His pets.
His
And
pets.
his charms, yeah, everything's max.
Where is the KLA guy? He's maxed now too. His pets aren't up there. No, KLA is right up there. Just behind him. But so like KLA guy, and then the big difference is that KLA, his hero power, I can't find that 351 King hasn't done much with the heroes, which is weird, man.
I think he will this SVS.
Maybe, but like,
Because where's his heroes?
he's
Overall hero power. Oh, not individual.
look
total
at
hero.
this, man. Some dude in 498. He's 78 overall, 60 million. Holy. Master Chief.
In what state? 498.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 351's not even 351. He's not even top 100.
Yeah, that guy in 498 is gonna be a monster for sure.
I think so. Yeah, man.
He's just under 1 billion power.
I'm just gonna say respect. That's all I gotta say there, man. That's crazy. He
That's
supposedly has
dedication.
3 max heroes. Yeah, you know what?
Who?
Like,
The KLR guy.
yeah, but you know what? That 351 then tells me he knows how to play. Shock is saying he has 3 max heroes.
He's 87th.
He's 87th?
87th. He's 59 million. Almost 60. Oh wait, I think that's a different one.
That's a different one. We're talking 351. Vortex, bad boy.
Oh no, I was looking for the KLI guy, the KLA guy, but I couldn't find him. I can't find the king guy either. I think he's only got the 3.
Vortex, man. I freaking like
max.
I like the unicorn. I just saw it, man. I just saw another super. So respect. It's funny. You're talking about unicorn.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the hero's total power, and there's a unicorn. I have the cheaper kind here. I'm not sure if that's what you decided to send, but that's too funny. KLA guy's rank 4, isn't he? Yeah. KLA guy is definitely all the way up there. He's ranked, man. I've always given respect to the KLA guy. He's seems like he's still active and he plays. He's second right now, yeah. Jonas is crazy, but you're saying Jonas isn't maxed, so. Yo, Peach.
Bro, what is that emoticon for that third thing, Peach? YouTube, calm down, mate.
Yeah, man.
Relax, YouTube, relax. Harassment.
That's
Somebody
good to
call
hear.
911.
Here's a donut for you, bro. What about my peaches? I love your peaches, bro. So many new people came into 2.9 because the transfer went. That's dope for you guys, man. I'm happy people are accepting, man. It seems like the transfer event's better on the other servers. Obviously, State 1 to State 2 and State 3. We got ripped off, is what it is. There's 60 people live here. I do eventually have to hop out of here, and, Doofus has to get some sleep. I might do this again 8 hours from now, hop on. I might do the Tundra Adventure. I'm kind of just, what's your thoughts on this? Like, because I wish it showed the total tier up. I can't remember what Mythic is. I don't mind, because, like, getting fire crystals from here isn't too shabby. Essence stones isn't too bad, because then you get essence stones, so I'm thinking I might try and go for this again. It treated me well last go around, so maybe that's what I might do. As long as I don't end up at the casino tonight.
It's very RNG, the Tundra, but out of all the RNG events, it's definitely the most beneficial.
Yeah, it's way better. Mia's Fortune's coming up. I'm gonna avoid Mia completely.
Mia's Fortune is out of the two. I prefer Tundra,
dude.
But Mia's Fortune is definitely
you're MIA when I did my Mia's Fortune live. Once you get bored, man, you gotta get some sleep. But you gotta watch my Mia's Fortune live. I did the max thing, and it did not go well. I had people voting on which one I should grab next. Like Matteo saying he doesn't like Tundra. They're saying more ways to get dice is free to play. What should you push? I'm just saying, many with high total power don't have heroes max. Money spent wrong. Exactly. I heard about the hero gear, Shock. I've heard that there's going to be resetting of hero gear. So if you upgraded some mythic gear that you didn't want to, I heard you might get a chance to reset them and put them properly. Spent mythic shards. That stream was horrendous. Hey man, it was entertainment value for a lot of people. I think there was quite a few people actually subscribed alone on watching me fail with Mia. So shout out to Mia for giving me probably 50 to 100 subscribers from that video. That was dope. I do appreciate that.
Well deserved.
I had terrible luck, man. Some dude right after that, I have a YouTube short of Mia. This dude, he got like, I didn't even know it was possible, like times 11 essence stones or whatever he got. It was crazy.
Definitely gonna have to start doing some of these streams as well.
Yeah, man.
For all the new stuff that's coming out soon.
I think
do some duo streams.
Yeah, and I think like I said, I'm super busy anyways, so I'm not saying that my viewers won't see me, but if, like, man, you're knowledgeable about this game, you were a moderator, but things got busy. But for people that follow them, I put it on here. I wonder if I can do it again. I always put Doofus. It's in the link. You follow GamerDoofus. I tagged him in the description of this, so you give him a follow. But who knows? Like you said, it's super hard. We both got real life. we have lives other than WhiteOut Survival. So if you don't see stuff, there's lots of other content creators out there too, and I do shout out to all those guys. I try and help them out. There's some really good people, but I like the live stream kind of stuff. We can answer question for people, and it seems like you're not shy, so it's good. 7 times gems and Mia.
Most definitely.
I don't think I've ever got that.
Yeah, I've never had anything good luck with Mia. I've had more luck with Tundra. I used that yellow dice where you could choose to go to, and I just kept landing on like all the fire crystal things when I got it.
See,
It just perfectly lined up.
I think like the worst would be if you keep just getting these smaller XPs. Like you don't want that, right? But like looking at here, if you're getting
The
speed
Esser
ups,
stones and the fire crystal ones, oh,
I'm not sure. Like, because honestly, I guess this is one way for me to upgrade my heroes. I gotta stop upgrading some. Like, I wonder if that's what a lot of these people. I wonder if these hero power, if people have purchased a lot of hero XP, or because you don't. That's the only way you can get it here, and then you can purchase it in packs, I believe. But maybe
I've never
that's
bought hero XP. Oh well, directly bought for that. I should say I've gotten it in a couple of packs because it's just included, but I've never had to buy any hero XP.
I'm like,
It's the only thing I've probably ever individually not looked at.
I'm just trying to think, because like consuming epic gear, I try and look at it, and you know, obviously a level 100 is going to provide much more power to your heroes. So maybe that's what a lot of these guys are doing. They're just doing epic level 80s. Would be interesting to see a lot of these heroes behind the scenes, because I'm sure if I upgraded all my epics, because then you can use your epic level 80 to upgrade a mythic.
Yeah, you can swap them in.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if it's any beneficial. Like, would I reset my
early on? Yes, early on it's definitely beneficial, because once you start getting the Gen 1s, the Gen 2s, the Gen 3s, and you're starting to slowly also obtain the yellow gear, all you literally have to do is just straight swap, dump that purple into the gold, bang, it's already whatever level you just had. Early on, it's definitely worth putting XP into the purple gear if you don't have any yellow. If you don't have any gold, all you got to do once you start obtaining the orange is do a straight swap. Dump that purple you've already built up into the gold, and the gold's already done.
This is
But late game, you don't want to be doing it. You don't want to be doing it late game, unless you're playing catch up.
20
In a
times
state that's like a couple months ahead, probably.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I guess like my heroes aren't a joke by any means. I got 6. Like, I really do want a main. I want 3 marches of level 100 mythic, and it's super hard because I gotta push my, like, one day it's gonna be needed. I need to push my heroes, my essence stones on 3 troops. I mean, you know, I gotta focus on 12 pieces, but I've always played the long game where all my marches are gonna matter one day, and I'm hoping it's this PvP event, because I think some guys will be shocked when I start battling here. Bash, you need to upgrade the tree. Oh, bus driver's never gonna let you.
Lol. Good on your bus. No, but to return back onto what the emphasis on the stream was about, definitely early on, focus on chief gear and hero gear. Definitely early on. Troops can always be made. Research can always be researched. Yes, do research. That's probably the third thing. Not as top priority, because it can always be researched. Buildings can always be built. Troops can always be remade. But the higher you go and longer you play, hero gear and chief gear is going to be much more costly and much more harder to catch up if you haven't already started to focus on it when you've come into that state.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
This
You'll always be playing catch up with gear and hero gear if you don't focus on it once you enter in a state.
eventually, man, I gotta focus on, you know, I'm still gonna accumulate. But I'm honestly, man, this comes all the way back to.
Jesus, can you give me them charm guides?
You haven't seen my backpack, eh? Like, even this.
I've got 2,000 of the other one, but the charm guide I've only got like 60.
I got enough. I got enough scrolls for all my legendaries. So now the focus is lunar.
Can I have them too?
Yeah, the focus is lunar amber.
Send me 15,000 of your 15,000. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I gotta focus on lunar amber and then alloy and alloy polish. I'm just trying to get as much free to play as I can or from rewards. Lunar amber, there's only one way, right? And total thing here. Chief gear calculators. I do have to correct some of this, but the total lunar amber needed is 1680. So to max one piece is 280. I'm getting pretty close to maxing a single piece. So cost to max one piece. I feel like my math might be slightly wrong here.
Do you mean like one piece to T3 or?
Yeah, T3. Yeah, to T3. Just making sure that my math is proper.
How many level 9s of the charms do you reckon you'll get?
I actually have, dude. I'm gonna share something for you. Put it in my chat. I believe people on YouTube are very aware of this, but here's a spreadsheet. If you hit that at the bottom, I got calculate chief gear, and I made this. It does material trading, and then you put your backpack, and you can see what you can get. So for my charm cost, I think maybe my charm cost thing is messed up. I can't remember exactly. Look at all the people hopping in on here right now. The charm cost, I can't remember exactly how far can you push a single charm. 5,000, 5,000. I think I'd get every charm if I wanted to right now to 9, which is all right. I'll be short.
So all the charms, all 6 each.
Yeah, every one to level 9 if I wanted to, at my current charm level that I'm at. So all these, I have enough to get to level 9, which is decent, man. Like in no ways. Like then I'll be 2,600 and 18. So I'm 2,600 to 1,800. So 2,600 guides away and 1,800 designs away from getting all to level 10. So, you know, it's one of the things I was focusing on, charms and chief gear. But someone just asked, they're like, why don't you push? Where is that? Sorry. Why don't you push? Honestly, man, it has nothing to do about it. It's just like every time I push, they release something new. So
there's really no real reason. Even SVS now, like after 3 or 4 of them, there's really no real reason unless you're going to consecutively come across like say 7 for whatever reason. Then okay, because they're going to be getting up there soon, they're going to be pushing. Then you'd probably have to start dipping into your backpack. Others would have to start dipping into theirs, just to be able to, like, you know, push to be on a more of an even consecutive playing field. But then even outside of that, the other 2 weeks, what are you going to do? Nothing.
That's things. Like, honestly, the easiest way to play these games. No, Shock, man. I need way more. Shock's asking if I have enough. You need 5 million alloy to max everything. And polishing solutions to max everything, you need
5 million.
Yeah.
How much do you have? Oh my
1
god.
million. So total material needed is actually 6.4. This is from the current state I'm at. So once you max your T2, it's 6.42 million needed total. And this is what's disgusting. The polish needs 75,720, man. That's rough.
Wow.
That's rough, right? Like that's a lot. So the scrolls needed is 12,510. So, but like I keep acquiring them just because in the future, right? But the Lunar Amber, man, it's just nuts. Like,
Just send me all of those design plans, yeah?
yeah. The thing is,
So then I
like,
can catch up to you.
I can trade in if I wanted to. I can trade in 10,
So what's the
get
Lunar
Lunar
Ember
Amber.
for once you get into the pink?
Yeah, it's once you get into the pink. That's what it is. And you see, like, the Lunar Amber, 5 costs. This is the only way so far to get it. 5 costs 6.99. They did it just like the Fire Crystal shard packs. It's the only way you can acquire it so far. Which, you know, a year down the line when people are on, you know, free to play wise, a year down the line, is that really even fair? Because now you actually have to spend money to upgrade gear, chief gear. So I don't know if that's proper. What is going on? Why is there so much, like, what's happening here?
What's happening where?
Just YouTube getting all the people just getting all the drama on attacking people. But no, man, I've been working on different gear calculators and stuff like that.
Who's attacking who?
Just farms, just bugging. Like, this happens on a daily occurrence, man. Bash sisters just being double attacked by people, and yeah, it's what they do.
By
Man.
like level 9 castles.
Yeah, it just
Boredom.
it happens all the time, man. Oh yeah, I gotta do turn my auto rally on. Don't see, this is another mistake everyone does. I'm talking about trying to get as much alloy as I can here. How do you get the auto rally? Where is it? Where is it? I know when it pops
You gotta
up.
wait for someone else. You gotta wait for someone else to call one.
Oh,
Or
so,
you call one. You call one.
I gotta spend stamina.
And then when that,
I'm so cheap.
oh my god, just spend the 25. God.
Look at
Once
this,
your
man.
thing comes up, click on your rally thing, and then go down the bottom and hit auto join.
Look, right now, how much stamina I got? I got 3202 cans of stamina. But I'm so close. Damn it. Okay, convince me. Oh, I think the boy's up because it sounds like an elephant's upstairs. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I can hear the feet.
I think he really just, like, Fire Crystal weekly card, Apprentice. Someone just, man, it's crazy. Like, this is another thing. You guys want to be an active clan because the chests, the gifts you get alone, like, I don't want to scroll too much because I don't need to share people's spending habits on here. But yeah, the gifts you get, all these add up, man. It's crazy. Especially having a huge whale just join you and you get a bunch of
It all adds up.
yeah, the packs. It's crazy. So fortunately, that's one of the benefits of being an evil for so long. Minimal and medium spenders purchase more things than whales do. In the end, that's what always happens. If you have 100 minimal spenders, they're going to spend more money than that one whale. They will, because they're active daily. That's $6.99. It doesn't matter how much I can purchase the whole pack weekly. But if all you guys spend $50 a week, 50 times 100 is just basic math, man. It's crazy. I guess
So I'm just laughing at the guy in chat saying that you still didn't even auto join
what?
after all that.
And yeah, I still didn't auto join. Yeah.
Auto-join.
Okay, thank you. Preach.
That's why I was giggling out of nowhere. Because of Farouk.
Listen to me, Vash. I reached my first mythic free to play. I reached my first mythic pieces free to play alliance and then war bash, man.
Lordy.
The design plans would push me so far.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'd be maxed to like the current stage that I could probably get to if I could, with all of what you had. I'd be a machine in my state. I'd be untouchable.
Dude, Muffin's asking me. I knew where this was. I'm just trying to find it without starting a rally. Is there any way? Oh, go to the war that you're talking about. So if I go to here, and if I go to wars, this is where it could go. Ah, sick. Thank you. I just learned something, man. I give you learn lessons. Okay, I do gotta say this. So I didn't have to spend any stamina. That's one way. Oh man, you know what, man? Shock. I'd be able to find it if the user interface wasn't garbage in this game. Sorry, that really bugged Shock. If it had UI like The Walking Dead, I might be able to figure it out. Design plans in the Alliance Champion Shop, I believe it's there. Yeah, there it is, see? When's the Lunar Amber gonna be there? That's my question. Don't test me.
I don't think it will be yet.
There was one thing I was gonna kill him. To look at stacks. Kicked him. What the heck? I was just gonna say. I'm trying to figure the UI makes sense for that, bruh. Oh, Muffin. Dude, Muffin. I always hit like. I used to call these bash dailies. So I always spend before I do this. I'm really slacking in the mobilization. I always am terrible. Oh. Fuck that. I always slack in this. I'm 83. Just like rough, man. What kind of R4 is that?
I'm probably
low?
9th.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I am in mine. I think I'm 9th or 7th. I was 4th.
All I do
Some
in
others
this
got
one,
some really good point ones.
this is the only one I do in this one. I go here.
We do the troop one and the gathering one, and the beast one.
The troop one never pops off for me,
rally
man.
one. That's the ones that we focus on because we in our state we tend to keep any of the big spending for SPS or upgrading, I should say.
I can never. Easy points if I can actually get them. They never pop off. Watch.
Yeah.
And even like
I'm 9th.
Speed ups.
I was 4th. I got 7,000 points almost.
I try
without
and get
spending
the
a
troops.
dime. It's because the unfun part is you have to sit there refreshing constantly. If you don't get the ones that are like 600, 800
and
points.
I've spent probably I probably spent 5 hours of my life refreshing things in the Alliance mobilization.
It's tedious.
Yeah, man. I don't like to admit this, but I've spent 5 hours of my life on this page. That's not a fun event for me. Only 5. Yo, Nettie, what's up? What's happening? Yo, man, Vortex. Shout out to your state. What state are you again, man? I spent 5 hours yesterday, most likely, man.
I think the Vortex is in 460, 480, 280, 260, something.
I do. Hey, Vortex, I actually do dailies pretty well. It's harder when I'm up north. I only get like
429.
I maybe get an hour to play this game when I'm up north, and I'm leaving next Monday up north. But I'm bringing another worker with me, and I have an office up north now with really good Wi-Fi, so I should be able to drop in and chit chat. I don't know. I need to upgrade my computer. My computer is about. We're going on 10 years old that I used to use on the road. I was kind of hoping, like, I don't know if you know any about this, Rainey. They look like PSPs. The Steam Deck. Can you stream? Yeah. Can you stream on Steam Deck? Do you know that?
I'm pretty sure you can, but I don't know what the connection would have to be. I think it would have to be cabled to a computer, like the PlayStations have to do, like Elgato if you want the full setup kind of thing.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah,
I'm sure there'd be a way with how much the item costs and with what they're actually putting into it. I'm sure there'd be a way.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I need to figure out a way to stream when I'm up there. They all know I'm streaming when I'm up there too, and I plan on doing my casino up there too. So, you guys, I apologize, WS. I will put more effort towards Whiteout Survival content when I'm up north. It might be video content, not live streaming, but I'm doing online slots because lately I'm on a heater. I wish, man, like last night I was down to 320 and I hit on roulette. This wasn't online slots, but there's a funny video. I'm gonna share it on the Bash Brothers Gaming Discord. I'm gonna share it there, and you can hear my voice. It's like, man, my wife is not gonna be happy with me because I had like $6 remaining and I did a $320 bet. I hit. So, dude, $1.99 Vortex. That's going right to the slots.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The shock, man.
I can't wait till I get my thing up to be able to get that.
It's man, it's freaking
It's after 1,000 subs, isn't it, or 500?
okay. So
To get
I
the,
think they switched
sticker.
it. I think they switched it, so it's 1,000 subs. So you get 1,000 subs, and then 4,000 watch hours. But man, I got no problem. Like if you want to host a stream, then I'll jump on and I can share it on WS, and we'll get your watch hours up fairly quick. I got no issue doing that because you can still live stream. You can still live stream even if you don't have the proper subs. It's YouTube Studio allows you. I can't remember exactly. I figured it out, but now it's easier. Maybe it's through OBS Stream Elements.
Yeah, I've figured out how to do it.
Yeah,
But
so if you do that, we can just pop it off and then we can get your watch hours up for your channel, man. Undone.
yeah, I think they changed it to it's two separate things now. It's 500 subs for the join and the thing that Vortex is doing, and then it's 1,000 subs for the other elements. For like the super message things.
Yeah. It's. I know that
They've split it up. Everything used to be like 1,000 subs, but now they've kind of like broken it up a bit.
I'm super like, man, I'm super competitive, so like I got told last February that I couldn't get monetized. I was like, all right, like, man, I'll get monetized. I don't care. And then like literally people told me like, okay, well, you're monetized, but you spend money, so you're not making money. I'm like, all right, well, I'll make my YouTube profitable. It's hard, but a lot of people ask me how much money I've spent into gaming and everything. I'm actually gonna make a long video about mobile gaming that's gonna like break down for a lot of people, because like Binkus is a huge example. I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't even respond back on Discord, but that guy spent probably 50K in a month, 2 months,
Very
not like a short
small
period of
period.
time. And it was all about leaderboards, right? So if you see someone who's like hardcore into leaderboards and they're big spenders, short spenders, I don't give them much lifespan on these games. I always find that they're going to be like, screw this game, man, it cost me so much money. And meanwhile, like, I don't know, like, I like to know, because I have 3.3.
Well, they come to realize that all of what they've been chasing is not really beneficial to what the game is about. Like,
Yeah.
yes, spending money and obviously being the strongest is important, but it's not just that.
I'm like 3.3 million losses. What's that for troop power again? So troops, I'm at 204 million. So like that's crazy.
And some of those losses could also be coming from the reverse server, which
Sorry, bros. I should have made the lock channel for us. I was like, what was that?
That scared the bejeebers out of me.
Yeah, man, he just sounded like a robot. I don't mind people joining in and chit-chatting. I really don't. But I'll make one just for us next go around. Yeah, I was like, man, what's that noise coming from? But yeah, so you could assume I should be up like 200 million. So like my power, if I didn't like PvP so much, probably be 500 million. And I PvP like dumb. Like I test people. I'll do 190,000 troop march on 2 million just to see what happens. Because how else am I going to beat down the players in the future, man? But yeah, man, I don't know. Like we should plan another stream, like even this Saturday, a good time. You pick it, and I'll pop it off, and we can do another one. We'll chit chat. I'm sure it'll be this Saturday. We'll be able to talk about the conclusion of state transfers. So we'll drop another stream, man, if you're available Saturday. If not, it's fine. But
I should be available.
yeah, just let's talk Discord wise, YouTube. As stated, man, GamerDoofus, he is rainy day, as you knew before. The last time I had him, that's actually one of the last times I tried chit-chatting, I tried live streaming when I was on the road with you. Audio was terrible, everything was terrible. Yeah, so this,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
that video didn't
nothing worked
didn't
well.
pan out.
I do want to get back to player interviews, man. So, like I said, round table. I'm trying. Once my PC's upgraded, people were talking about playing Call of Duty Zombies and stuff like that. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm going to be streaming that on my channel.
Yes, I'm hoping to do that. I'll be your
Over
talking
more
buddy.
games and playthroughs.
Hey, see, shock, man. Saturday, if you want to chit chat, let's do it. I'll bring in. How about all three of us? Shock, if you want to come in on the stream, that's cool. Yeah, we'll see. So Stephen Hawking joined the man. That is rank. Al Army. That was pretty rank. That's a pretty rank burn. So current states. Yeah, guys. Okay. So Shock. I keep wanting to call you Rainy, man. So I'm gonna call you Rainy regardless. But GamerDoofus. Let's line up something on Discord. And
For sure.
then we'll line up something Saturday. Friday night, just to give a heads up. Friday night, I'm doing a live stream for my slots, so I'll be kind of hungover. But if your guys' time works, I could roll my my slot thing into the Whiteout Survival right after. It just might really hurt my head. So, or I might be drunk, but you know, drunk bash live on Saturday is all right. Depending on what time. If you guys want to do later in the day Saturday, for me, we can make it work. But we got Germany time, Canadian time, Australian time. We just got to line something up that works for everyone. That'll be good. But yeah, man.
I'm sure we can do something.
Cheers, man. GamerDoofus, get some sleep. Guys, follow him. He needs so many subs. Then he'll be streaming stuff like Whiteout Survival. And you talked about possibly... some FPS games. So yeah, man. Cheers. Thanks a lot for coming on, and we'll chit chat later on.
Always fun. Always willing to join when I can if it's not at 2, 3, 4, 1 o'clock in the morning. If I'm usually asleep.
Yeah, no doubt. You definitely need to get some sleep. So cheers, everyone. We'll all talk to you guys a little later. GamerDoofus, you can just hang on for a couple seconds. I'll just end this stream.
All good.
Peace.
Cheers, chat.
We shouldn't be live anymore, but you never know with my